Alright, what's up guys? I want to do a quick video for you today on how I've dealt with stress over the years. This is, I think, applicable to all of us unless you're a lazy turd and you just don't want to do anything with your life, which then you have your own unique things to stress about, like how you're going to eat or pay your bills or get your check from the government. But if you're like me and you've actually been trying for most of your life to get better, things are pretty stressful. And for me, it's been everything from SEAL training as a young man, very stressful time in my life, showing up to, do something that was extremely hard that I definitely wasn't ready for or cut out for. That was difficult. Going through an addiction with a family member, having to walk through that with them, that was super stressful. Building a business after the military, super stressful, and even just the challenges that I've chose to participate in throughout life in terms of ultra running, they have posed their own unique types of stress. So how do we deal with that? I'm going to give you guys 3 points right here that have tremendously helped me right now. It's a stressful time in my life right now. I'm potentially buying a new property and going through all that, having a child, still thinking about how to grow 3 of 7 project and everything that we do. So it's always there, right? You may be sick, who knows? It's always there. The first point I want to share with you guys is in order to, deal with the stress that you're going to encounter in life is you first have to just accept that that's the way it is. As soon as you do that and you stop thinking that there's some dang existence that you can create for yourself that's stress-free, as long as you think that that exists, you're going to keep just feeling like you're beating your head against the wall because you're never going to arrive to that place in life. Life is going to be stressful. It's stressful for everyone, and you just got to accept that and get over it. It reminded me of in the book of Genesis, God tells us life for man is going to be stressful. Shortly after the fall of man, here's what it says: because you have listened to the voice of your wife and eaten of the tree of which I commanded you, you shall not eat of it. Cursed is the ground because of you, and in pain you shall eat of it all the days of your life. Thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for you, and you shall eat the plants of the field. By the sweat of your brow you shall eat bread till you return to the ground. As soon as you realize that this life is going to just require hard work and it's going to be stressful and it's going to force you to, sweat a little bit to survive, the easier it is to move through it and stop thinking that something else exists. The second point right here about dealing with stress is quiet all the voices in your life. More than likely you have too many voices or inputs in your life coming from all sorts of different people, all sorts of different media sources, all, with the cell phone, we're expected to manage relationships with, potentially hundreds of people. And we're constantly on calls, we're constantly looking and listening and all this stuff. And look, you need to, at least what I've done, is quieted all those voices, very selective about who I'm going to have conversations with, who I'm going to take calls from, what I'm watching, what I'm listening to. Really dial that in, and there are going to be a lot of people that don't like that because they're going to feel left out. But as long as you keep just getting overwhelmed with all these different opinions and all these different inputs, your life is going to be more stressful than it has to be, and you're going to have a more difficult time making decisions in order to move through stressful situations than you ought to have. So quiet those voices, really narrow those down to the ones that you trust, the ones that are important to you, and that's enough. It just takes a couple of good friends in life that you do life with, and that's really all you need. All right, so remove that expectation and that pressure of having to manage relationships with hundreds of different people, because that's just flat out unnatural. And the last point I want to share with you is make a commitment to not giving up. As long as you are leaving an out for yourself, or you're leaving this option to give up or to quit on whatever it is. It could be your business. For me, that's 3 of 7 project. It could be your marriage. It could be a personal, fitness goal that you have. Whatever it is, if you're leaving an option on the table and you're saying, well, you know what, if this gets super stressful, if it gets harder than I want it to be, at least I've got this out. That out, or that, leaving that on the table is really going to just linger over you and hover over you and distract you from what you really ought to be doing all the time. So just make a commitment to keep going, to stay in the fight, to show up every day, whether things are good, whether things are bad. And if you do that, man, it's just going to declutter your mind. And irregardless of what you're feeling that day, you're going to get up and you're going to try, and you're going to work with what you have to work with that day in order to move forward. So those are the 3 things I wanted to share with you guys. Again, we're talking about accepting this is the way life is for everyone, especially if you want to grow and you want to get better. Quieting all the voices in your life and narrowing it down to the ones that are important. And then committing to keep going, taking that option to quit or give up off the table, to declutter your mind, and to just take that choice out of the equation. It's going to help you tremendously. So you guys drop me a comment if you got anything out of this. We appreciate you tuning in. This particular lesson right here is brought to you by our partner at BPN. That's Bear Performance Nutrition. You guys check them out for all of your nutrition needs. They have ready-to-eat bars. They have protein. They have creatine. They have vitamins. They're an awesome company, Christian-led company, and we're so thankful to be partnered with BPN here at 3 of 7 Project. So we appreciate you guys supporting us by way of doing your shopping with our partners here like BPN. Check them out at bpn.com. Nuff said.